Hi, so I've made it. It is the 10th day of me going to screenings at the Toronto International Film Festival for 2013. It's the final day of the festival's no more. I feel good that I'm done. It feels like I shouldn't maybe feel this relieved, but honestly, I'm very grateful for all the wonderful movies I've seen, all the inspiring stories and inspiring images, and the directors I got to hear talk about their film and their process, and the producers and the actors. It's been a really great 10 days, but I think this is good. I Any more than this would have been really difficult. Look, there are what, like nearly 300 films. No one's going to see all those films. There's a good portion of them that have distribution. They're already going to be released. So again, those were things I was not too concerned about seeing because I will eventually see them. And then amongst the ones that are iffy, that might be like my one and only chance to see them. There are at least half of them are things that aren't really subject matters that aren't interesting to me, or just they're too experimental for my liking. I mean, there's a time and place for some experimental stuff, and sometimes I enjoy it. It's a nice detour, and it can make one sort of consider different potentials of the medium, which is great. But realistically, so let's just say of all the films there, and I didn't see the short film series because Canadian shorts. There are a couple of other places where eventually I think I could see some of them. Some of the better stuff is going to make it uh, to other sort of festivals and screenings in the city, hopefully. I think they used to, at least. So hopefully that's still something. So forget about those. So talking of the feature films, and if I had, instead of 10 days, a month, and I was only seeing, 2 films a day, it even seems a little crazy for a whole month. Let's just say, double feature. Every evening I go and I watch a double feature or something like that. Like, let's just pretend I can make my ideal festival, which, I guess probably would never happen anywhere in the world like that. But let's just say that. Then I can maybe get through so for 30 days, 2 a day, the 60 films that I think would be in the program that I would like to see. Not going to happen in the 10 days, even if I tried to see, 4 films a day, which was my maximum that I could do, and that was insane. If I did that every day for 10 days, I think there are people who do that. People in press and industry, that I guess they do have to watch that many films a day and critically watch them and consider them. So, but who knows? Maybe it's just something that you can build yourself up to, like a marathon. I can't. I had no previous training, except for the other times I did this sort of 10 years ago. But this is still the most intensive I have attended the festivals. I think in the past I had like booklets of 10 tickets, or because I was volunteering, I would get vouchers. But when you volunteer, some of the vouchers can also be used throughout the year. Now they didn't have the Tiff before, but I'm pretty sure I could use them for like Cinematheque screenings. That was the deal previously. So I wasn't always in a panic to use them all up. I managed to use all my vouchers, and so I saw 2 films today, and I feel good about myself. I feel like I accomplished what I set out to accomplish, and even then some, because I watched all the 20 films that I had intended to see from the beginning in the daytime with the daytime vouchers and the daytime tickets. And then I did catch 2 evening shows at least. Yes, 2. Um, and because I also got a free ticket, randomly happens. One of the perks from the festival is that there are a lot of people like me who end up with tickets they don't know how to use, or they know they can't use, and they couldn't get to the box office on time to exchange things or what have you. So there you are, just standing, and you get to benefit from someone else's sort of scheduling error. I'll start with the first one, though. The first thing I saw was what I'd scheduled to see, which is the At Berkeley documentary. It's 4 hours long. And when I saw that, despite the fact that when I first read about it, I thought, okay, this is something I probably want to see. It's definitely something of interest to me beyond just film. I worked in academia previously, and I went to grad school, and I went to grad school in the United States, and this is an American school. So a lot of the issues they sort of proposed as the sort of the premise of the documentary were things that I had quite a bit of knowledge about. So I was interested in the subject matter. But then I saw how long it was. And when you look at it on the schedule, it's very daunting. I'll show you sort of what it looks like, you know. So this is a regular screening of a film, sort of this little guy. This here is a slightly longer screening, obviously. And then you have sort of stuff like this, or this, or this. So it's not the longest thing at the festival, but it's certainly the longest. Oh no, it's not even the longest documentary. Look at that one. Same thing. So they had a lot of really long. Ooh, they had the Home from Home, the whole thing again. See the things. There's too much. It's really impossible